are live here at the Mr. Maple Show on YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is always a lot of fun because we get to hang out, talk about plants, and we've got a ton of stuff to cover today. So I'm glad that we got a good crowd of people here. We have a lot of information to give out to you guys. You're going to be excited about this. A lot of great sales coming to the website, some that are already hitting right now on the website at 9 o'clock. We just launched the weekly Whammy for this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday sale on the weekly Whammy. We've got a lot of stuff going on here at Mr. Maple. I tell you what, man, like it's the time of the year where if you're looking to score some amazing plants at some great values, MrMaple.com has got the goods. We've got a lot of inventory. We got a lot of sales going on, and really excited to be able to offer all this.
Hey guys, everybody that's returning, thank you. I know I see a lot of names in the chat that used to seeing. Shout out Phil and Bruce and Susie Q. Thank you guys for and everybody else that's always watching. We really appreciate it, and it helps encourage us a little bit. We got an awesome community.
Absolutely.
Make sure if you love plants to go check out that Facebook as well, because it's an awesome way to get connected. And yeah, guys, we got an awesome Benny Otaki to give away today. So make sure that you share the link to the weekly Whammy. Make sure you tag us, hashtag us in the chat, and you'll be entered to win a chance for this amazing, handpicked by Mr. Rule himself, Benny Otaki.
Yeah, man. What a really cool cultivar. The linear lobum style Japanese maples add such a crazy texture to the garden, an amazing feel, especially get them in a larger size. They get blowing in the wind. It looks really, really cool. Love the red leaves on this. Holds its color very well. The new growth flushes are kind of popping on this thing right now, and it just looks so nice out in the greenhouse. I was like, man, we got to give one of these away. We got these on sale too, so do your hashtags, share the links, all of that for your chance to win. But then if for some reason you don't win this, you can always go to the website and pick one of these up. So very cool tree, and I'm glad we've got some good sets of these available.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's a lot of movement at the nursery.
Yeah,
we've been planting. If some of you guys had come to previous open houses, seen some of those big ball and burlaps, a lot of those have joined the Mr. Maple Gardens we have here. Yes. And it's been a very fun couple weeks. Bryan's been pumping out some awesome stuff for limited. Yes. The eBays, we're finding a bunch of awesome rare stuff. And also the sales are going pretty crazy right now too for the summer saving sale.
Yeah, we have we just dropped the weekly Whammy this morning, so you guys make sure you get in there and check that out. But we also have the summer savings sale is ongoing right now. There's over like 290 different cultivars of plants that are available in that summer savings sale. That's an insane number to think about that. Like literally a ton of plants are on sale on our website right now. So go check those out. The summer savings is a big sale, site-wide sale. If you click that link on our website, it will take you and show you every tree that we have currently on sale. We also, I'll touch on this since we're kind of just talking about sales, right? Like you guys, these are some really crucial times to score some amazing trees. Let's talk about the limited sale for just a little bit. The limited sale is something that has been going on for quite a while, but we're kind of like really stepping that up because we're diving into these greenhouses trying to kind of clean up the inventory of some of these small sets of stuff out there. And so we're really finding a lot of cool stuff. So keep an eye on that limited sale. And the Whammy sale tied to that is kind of a cool way for maybe sets of stuff that we don't have enough to put on a 10 at 10, but maybe there's 5 to 10 of them available, smaller sets of things. And that's what we're kind of putting into those Whammy sales as well. So really a lot of good stuff going on. There's so many sales right now, so many opportunities to get you some amazing plants.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's interesting how like you come up with these different niches for, I guess, releases and that sort of thing. You know,
Right.
10 at 10's kind of like large sets of rare trees, and then
Right.
you have the limited and now the weekly whammy, and it kind of just, you know, if you've been to an open house at Mr. Maple, which there will be one coming up,
Yes.
2 days in July of the 11th and 12th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. guys. If you ever been to an open house, though, you know that 100 people can walk by the rarest tree, and then you step in and see it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, that's awesome. And that's happening here at Mr. Maple, too. So Limited helps us get those super rare trees out to y'all, and it's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, open house, man. Let's talk about that some more. I mean, what an amazing event. We do this quite a few times a year now. We've got it coming up here in July, the 11th and 12th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., both days. But it's a unique experience. You know, you get to meet a lot of amazing plant people, kind of grow and connect and network in the community of plants, which is really cool. One of my favorite parts about it. And then you get to have the in-person shopping experience here, where you can just kind of wander through all of these greenhouses and find something that catches your eye. I know a lot of people come with a list. You know, I was like, these are what I'm looking for. But I'll tell you, you know, if you step outside of the list, right, and you just walk the greenhouses and let whatever stands out to your eye, you know, sometimes that's the best way to find something. It may not be on your list. You know, you may have a list, but you might be walking through there and the color on something just looks so perfect. And you're like, wow, look at this, you know, and now all of a sudden you've got a tree that wasn't even on your list. That's what's cool about the open houses. It allows you to see things in person and shop through the greenhouses. And some of us that will be there working will be available also to help you find things. So come up to any of us and ask, hey, I'm looking for this. But, you know, the open house is quite an experience, man. We got a lot of people that show up, and it's a lot of fun. We usually have a food truck. Lots of great opportunities to score some plants. A lot of times we bring up things that haven't been listed in a while to try to kind of provide you guys some cool plants to discover and find in the greenhouses. So it's a unique opportunity. You should definitely come to an open house.
Yeah, and if you missed this one, don't worry. There will be more open houses for sure. And another thing, whenever Bryan's talking about something catching your eye, whenever you're walking through the greenhouse, I got to walk through with my blinders on, you know, because, you know, during the summertime, certain things start popping out, you know, and it's hard whenever I have to go back. I'm like, man, I saw this one yesterday, but this one's pretty nice. Try to keep it to one plant a month, but
yeah, I know. Everybody's always joking with me, like, Bryan, are you shopping or working? And I always say, well, I'm doing a little of both. I'm always doing a little of both. I'm working, I'm shopping, I'm enjoying it. It's been great to be back at the farm. You know, I've been back now a month or so, longer than that, I think now. And it's been great to be back at the Mr. Maple Nursery, man. It's like family here. It's like home. For sure. We've been shaking and baking out there, making things happen, moving things around, clearing up spaces, adding new things, trying to keep everything rolling here at the nursery. It's quite a task. We all work very hard. I've seen, you know, firsthand being back out in the field every day, see firsthand, you know, the amount of work that goes into running the nursery here. Extremely proud of everybody who's part of the team. It's amazing. We're all doing our best to provide you guys with some of the coolest plants on the planet, right? Today we're giving away this Benny Otaki. Make sure you're sharing out that live, sharing out the link for our sales, hashtag, you know, summer savings, hashtag weekly whammy. I mean, there's a lot of ways you guys can share that information out to try to get other people who may not be aware of Mr. Maple or what we got going on here. Share it out to your friends, your gardening clubs, and get some people in, and we can let them discover some amazing plants.
And talking about some amazing plants, let's start getting into some of those weekly whammy plants that are being listed today, guys. There's some super cool stuff on there. And yeah, it's exciting, honestly.
It is, man. I mean, you know, we were putting together the list, me and Summer and Tim kind of getting together a list for the weekly whammy. And it's fun, man, because it's a challenge because you're just like, all right, we need X amount of plants to, put together as a group for the sale. And it was fun just kind of scouring through the greenhouses and finding these cool sets of smaller sets. So these are like anywhere from, 4 to 5 to maybe, 10 or 12 at the most. So these are small sets of things, but enough to where, you got a better shot than maybe like on something like a limited or something like that. But yeah, we've got a lot of variety of plants here. I'm just kind of scrolling through, looking at this again. We've got some azaleas. We've got Pat Ryan azalea. We've got a gardenia. Beautiful, man. And we've got a great selection of maples too. These are some of the smaller sets of maples that we have, but really cool cultivars. And Irene, variegated sport off of Summer Gold. Man, that thing is sweet. Great color on that, bright yellows, and then a little orange border on that variegation. Really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing Aoi right here, an awesome blue Japanese white pine.
Yeah.
These are super beautiful. I mean, they just have such a nice color on them. They get some like red coloring in their like cones or candles that kind of start to pop off, and it looks very awesome. If you're looking for a nice blue white pine, that's a good one to start at.
Yeah, I mean, we've got here's a cool one here that recently found out there. We had some green snowflakes, the Acacia Solomon green snowflake. We had these in some 2-gallon high graphs. So they're good size, man. They got some great shapes on those. I remember finding those and thinking, man, this would be perfect for the sale. Really a rare opportunity to get a 2-gallon size green snowflake. They're slower growing. They're one of the few sheer Solomon lace leaves out there as well. So it's a unique tree in itself. Really cool to be able to list those in some 2-gallon sizes. You guys don't want to miss out on those for sure.
Yeah, some Koyama Dani Nishiki. That's an awesome one. That one is just one, it just catches your eye, like whenever you're walking through the greenhouse. It just has that it factor,
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
In a greenhouse full of Japanese maples, that one is going to look different.
Yeah, the texture on that's crazy, man. I love how, you look at like broom Japanese maples where it's usually just that center node is kind of rounded off. Some of the characteristics of that broom characteristic in Japanese maples. But with Koyama Dananishiki, every lobe typically has a rounded end to it. So it just has a different texture, real kind of bubbly looking texture to it. Absolutely cool. I'm seeing Shigetatsu Sawa, which is like one of the OGs of the reticulated forms out there. Nice, beautiful white cream with the dark green veining in that. One of my favorites, man. I think, like I said, this one's an OG classic on the reticulated group. A lot of things have come from this cultivar that we're familiar with now. But you can't forget about, the classics, man. So Shigetatsu Sawa, we got a small set of those available. Great fall color. I love the yellow that you can get on Shigetatsu Sawa. It's crazy, man. Like it really brightens up a spot.
Yeah, and then I'm talking about reticulated. We got Ghost Dancer on there. Not an actual member of the Talon Buckholz, collection, but an honorary member. Ghost Dancer is really cool. It was one of the first trees that I really started to enjoy. And this past spring, whenever we were up at Buckholz, I noticed something cool about this, and I don't know if this occurs in a lot of other reticulated varieties, but the actual bud shield of Ghost Dancer is reticulated.
Wow, yeah.
So that was just something that's cool for me. It's like I feel like I've seen other reticulated varieties. They have kind of like the standard like red bud shield.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. It has a lot of nice contrast on the whites. But then looking at Ghost Dancer, and you see that red kind of blend into like a reticulated bud shield. That was just like super cool to me.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. When you get into the fine details, I mean, that's what I love about hanging out with Corbin, because he notices things like that on these trees, and it is like there's like especially once you're around that tree for a while, you start to notice all of these different little details that maybe you overlooked before, and it just kind of opens up your eyes even more and more to all these different cultivars. Yeah, really cool ghost answer. Love that cultivar. We've got some good size red buds on here too. We've got this pink pom poms. I found a few of these out there still lingering around that we need to make sure we get available to you guys. Really nice kind of this double bloom, a big cluster of pink flowers coming out on that, kind of hence the name, the pom poms, pink pom poms. We got these in some 7-gallon sizes. They look great, man. You put this in your garden, instant gratification, beautiful, beautiful red buds. Don't miss out on those.
Yeah, those are awesome. It's always nice to see those just out in nature, and then to have like a cultivated variety that just has that extra it factor, and especially like contrasting in kind of the native North Carolina landscape is just so nice, because you can have wild red buds like growing everywhere, but then you just put one that's cultivated into your garden and it just stands out, and it's awesome.
You're right, and it does. It kind of ties you back into the natural surroundings that you're in. I love that about a lot of those native R's, you know. It's cool to explore into that. But yeah, man, so we're giving away this Benny Otaki today. We got this beautiful linear lobum Acer palmatum Benny Otaki. Beautiful red color in the spring. Goes to this kind of an olive green with red new growth over that in the summer, and then some scarlet reds in the fall. Kind of a pyramidal shape on this too. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, we saw these in the greenhouse. We were like, yeah, we got to make sure we get this out to somebody, because it's to me, it's an underrated cultivar. It provides so much texture in the garden.
Yeah, very amazing, awesome cultivar. And I guess now we'll start talking about some of those summer savings plants, man. We kind of discussed some plants on the weekly whammy, and now we're going to start going through some plants on the summer savings sale that maybe, we might be picking up. Who knows? But there's a lot of cool stuff on here.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's what's great about this time of year is we've got a lot of stuff on sale right now, and we've got a lot of inventory, and trying to make as much of it available to you guys as possible. And I mean, just looking through some of these summer savings, I mean, we got some green cascade, Acer japonicum green cascade. I mean, I love japonicums, and this gives you a lace leaf form of that. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, some Giro Shidare if you're looking for an amazing, weeping variety with a pretty nice palmate leaf.
Absolutely, yeah. And we do have the Benny Otaki listed on sale right now too. So the lucky winner will receive this one for winning the contest. But if you don't win the contest, you can always go to the website and get you a Benny Otaki. Right now, these are live, available to purchase online. So check that out.
And if you do pick up a Benny Otaki, I'm looking on here. I got a Kodo no Ito on sale as well, guys. I mean, that's just
nice pair right there.
Yeah, no kidding. Just kind of very similar structurally, and the leaf shape is very similar, but then you get two drastically different colors. And,
your spring and fall would be different on those. Be a nice contrast in color. Yeah, I love that pairing. In my garden, I've got a yellow threads and a punctil. So, I love the concept of pairing these together. But yeah, Koto no Ito and Benny Otaki would be a great pair. So take advantage of the sale right now if you're wanting to, pick up a pair of contrasting colors. That would be a nice addition to the garden. I mean, we've got some classics on here. Our blood goods are on sale. There's so many different varieties for us to get into. I mean, Catalina Yatsubusa is on sale right now. That's a really cool Makawa variant. Beautiful green on green, light green variegation on that. Really kind of mutates the leaf, gives you this really different texture when it comes to the Makawa types. A lot of the Makawa types are focused on spring colors, but this one is focused on the variegation, so it provides a really cool look to it.
Yeah, guys, and Ryan and I, we were wandering through the greenhouse, kind of checking stuff out before the sale, and saw some awesome Sawa Chidori. There is a great set of Sawa Chidori in the houses right now.
Yeah, really nice 1 gallon sizes on those right now. Good structure, good branching on those. Absolutely love the reticulated types. I'm seeing we got emerald lace. Now, emerald lace is kind of a cool, like the green lace leaf, because it reminds me more of like almost like a Sarayu leaf, but so it's a smaller, more heavily dissected leaf to it. Vigorous grower, very spreading, kind of reaching habit to it. Really cool texture on that thing, man. Super fine dissected lace leaf. Love that variety.
Yeah, I'm about to throw out a couple of interesting plants that kind of have a similar feel to them, but are, have a lot of different characteristics. We got Shishigashira on there. We got Cien Kaku. I saw Nanyat as well. So
Nice.
that's kind of like, I feel like that's a mix. Like Nanyat is kind of that tree in the middle. If you're looking for Cien Kaku, you want something in that Makawa form type deal. But maybe you want a nice crinkle to the leaf. But, Shishigashira is a little bit too crinkly for you. You want something wavy in the middle. Settle with that Nanyat, and that's going to be a good one.
Trifecta there, man. I like that. That's a good group. Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff on sale, guys. Like I said, there's around 290 or some odd different plants that are available right now and on sale on the website. So really, really huge opportunity for you guys to save some money, pick up some cool plants. We've probably got more selection and variety right now than we've ever had this time of the year. And so it's a lot of fun to be able to offer this. We still have some of these Makawa seedlings. Dude, like I'm telling you, like I'm surprised we still have some of those left. I mean, Makawa seedlings are so cool. I mean, these are not grafted, so they're grown on their own roots from seed. And they were selected for having good spring color. So you can always kind of expect the consistent there. Now, it's going to be a little bit variances between because these are seedling. They're not true to cultivar. So the variance can be between each one quite a bit. But good spring color on all of these. Great shapes too. Good sizes on these. So I keep telling myself I need to go out there and kind of just walk through those seedlings and pick myself out one, because I don't have a Makawa seedling in my collection at the moment. So
yeah, those are so cool. It's so amazing to I love seeing the large set of them, and it's just like, oh well, that one's got Makawa's eyes and that one's got Makawa's hair, and it's just like it's so nice to go through and see all the little differences but also the similarities as well. Guys, if you're seeing any awesome plants that you're seeing on the sale or the weekly whammy, drop them in that list and we can maybe talk about them too. Stuff that's getting y'all interested, because, Bryan and I, we just love talking about trees, and we'd love to, discuss what we like about a certain tree that you put in the chat or whatever.
Yeah, so that's a great idea. Yeah, start dropping in the chat there if you got the sale pulled up on things that you're loving or things that you would recommend to other people. I always love to hear what other people what gets them excited, because a lot of times I may be overlooking a tree, and it may just not be on my radar, and then somebody brings it up and they start telling me about the experience they're having with it, and I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I need to take a second look at what they got going on and get me interested in a tree that maybe I've overlooked. I mean, we got Peve starfish. I know we got some great sets of those out there. Talk about a cool texture. Peve starfish is just really unique. I mean, I think most people who are familiar with Japanese maples would tell you that, that's a must-have in your collection. It's just, it does something that nothing else really does that well. Peve starfish, this crazy cupped leaf, definitely reminiscent of that starfish look. Beautiful red spring color and then scarlet reds in the fall. Excellent tree.
I see Keith Mintzler he's talking about some black lace.
Black lace.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I feel like a broken record in some of the videos because we were at Buckholtz, and ever since I've just really looked at this tree, I mean, it just blows me away. It's just like, how can something contrast with yellow? It contrasts with green.
Yeah.
Contrasts against orange. It contrasts against red.
Yeah.
And then you have a completely different texture with that Matsumuri style where you pair it with palmatums, lace leaves. And that is like a Swiss Army knife tree for me, in my opinion. I'm like, anytime you want a little cheat code, just throw a black lace in there, and it is going to just like dramatically change how the garden looks.
No, I love that. I feel exactly the same way. I really think that one could become kind of a staple in gardens. I think, the popularity of that, I think, is going to grow a lot, especially the more people have them in their gardens and experience the color you can get with that. Super dark red colors on that. I mean, it can get to almost a black point. And like I said, you're right. It makes everything else in the garden stand out. Really cool tree. I think, in my opinion, keeps moving up my top list of trees.
Yeah, I have that one planted, or not planted. All my stuff's in pots at the house, but I have it next to a Amagi Shiguri. I have it next to my purple curl, and then you have that black lace. So you kind of get like a mix of hot pink, dark black red, and then kind of like a rusty orange color. And it's just awesome to kind of see, like, okay, well, that's how far you can take reds and maples, it feels like. And it's just so beautiful to see those three kind of playing together in the garden.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, we are giving away this Acer Palmatum Biniotaki. All you have to do is just hang out with us, post some hashtags in the chat there, go and share our sales links to the summer savings or the weekly whammy. One of the things that we hadn't talked about yet that we should jump into a little bit is we should get into we have some shade trees that are still available. We got a summer shade tree sale still going on. We have a lot of cool truncatum hybrids, platanoides hybrids, really cool trees that we have available. And, don't sleep on that opportunity, because these are good sizes. We have some that are shippable sizes, and then we have some that are pickup only sizes on that. And then I've been working really hard to get a lot of our 10-gallon and bigger like non-shippable trees on the website, just so you guys know what we have for pickup only. Now, these do not ship. These are too big to ship. But if you're coming to the open houses, right, we got an open house coming up in July. Go and shop those big 10-gallon sizes that we have that are not shippable. And then be ready when you come to your open house. You can have some things lined up to pick up. It's a great opportunity to kind of sync those two things together. We've got some great varieties of stuff out there in the big sizes. Make sure you go and check that out on our website.
Yeah, that's something like whenever we got those in, it kind of took me a while to really start to notice like the beauty of those. But I love, like, we have some really nice red hybrids, I believe, right now that just kind of, you don't start appreciating it till it starts generating some nice shade, and then you start looking up through the leaves, and I just love the gradients in color as well. Those more shaded out leaves give you a little bit more green, but those ones getting hit by the sun is a lot more red. And I mean, these are going to be awesome large sizes for some shade. So it's like, you're going to be looking up into this tree, and I'm telling you, that's how to enjoy these hybrids, is getting them, making some nice shade, and looking up through the leaves and like just kind of enjoying that.
Yeah. So how you get to the kind of the big stuff that we have, we've been working hard getting more and more of this stuff listed for you guys. If you go down towards the bottom of our website on the homepage and find specimen Japanese maples for pickup only, we've got a great list there. We've got some huge Aka Amotes, Acer Japonicum Aka Amote, which is rarely can you get something in that size of that cultivar. We got some Ariadnes that are too big to be shipped. I mean, think about that. Ariadne, too big to be shipped. Beautiful shape on those. We've got, I tell you what, I found this gem in there that definitely you guys need to think about picking up. We got a Jiro Shidari in a 10-gallon, bro. This thing is amazing. It's got this crazy structure to it, all this weeping and interior branching is just absolutely stunning. Really, really cool to have one of those available in a 10-gallon size. We got some 10-gallon summer golds that are huge, man. These things are absolutely amazing. You talk about one of the best heat tolerant yellow cultivars, and you have it in a 10-gallon that's 8 feet tall. That's pretty sweet. I mean, you talk about instant gratification in the garden. But it's been fun, man, trying to work hard and figure out how I can get as many of these things online so you guys have the opportunity to purchase this. Now, these are for pickup only that we're talking about right now. But if you're coming to open house, it's the perfect time to line that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how people can walk past an awesome 10-gallon.
Right.
At open house, like, the 10-gallon is a dangerous area because you start thinking about all the things that it could be.
Right.
It's like, oh man, like that's just gonna completely change the garden. And
oh yeah,
it's wild too. It's because sometimes you gotta pull that tree out of the holding area, and then you gotta walk around it. And man, whenever we also do appointments on Thursday, guys, for a lot of the larger stuff, because sometimes it's nice to come check out some of that larger stuff. So you can get in contact with the office, and usually it's me, Bryan, or Jess, or Sean, somebody that's gonna enjoy the plants with you and kind of give you. We get to look at the trees every day, so it's like we kind of have maybe some bias towards a couple of trees, but there's an awesome Anne Irene. I know you're talking about the summer golds, but oh my gosh, there's probably like a 7-foot Anne Irene in a 10-gallon out there.
It's beautiful, man.
And that one is hard not to buy because I'm like, that would look great next to my black lace.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a great selection of those big sizes, and we still got some Indian summers that are in these 7 gallons or 5 gallons, I think they are actually. And I mean, these things are just too tall to ship. So, the opportunity for you guys to get a 5-gallon Indian summer that's taller than me, I'm over 6 foot tall. These things are huge, beautiful trees. Rarely get available in that size. Some really nice japonicums in there. We got some of the big leaves like Otaki. The other day I pulled out a 10-gallon dissectum emerald lace. We were just talking about that a minute ago. Now this thing has got a spread that's probably 4 feet wide, by like 4 feet tall. So it's just huge, beautiful structure on that. So opportunity again to get some of these bigger sizes. What I found is when I was starting my new garden, I planted a lot of 1 gallons, and then I got to a point where I was like, I need a few bigger stuff just to give some different levels of height in the garden to pull your eye up. So you're starting with some small 1 gallons, and those look amazing out there and good to watch them grow. But it's good to mix in a few 10-gallon sizes in there, some larger stuff, just to bring a little more balance to the garden and kind of add some levels and layers to it.
Definitely. I saw somebody, I think Tom Deeming, he was shouting out Cornus sanguina compressa, the curly leaf dogwood.
Dude, that thing is so weird, man. Like, I love that thing.
That's like, it's so cool. I know. I like to talk about maples a lot, and I like to talk about other trees. But it's so cool whenever you start to see some of these like genetic traits that you see in other trees in other species.
Right.
So like that curly leaf dogwood, it reminds me of maybe something like General Pulaski or Shishigashira,
right.
And it's just cool to see like these overlapping traits in different species of trees. And I'm sure there's just so much stuff going on, but it just looks so cool.
Yeah, it is cool to see kind of the similarities and different traits, even within different species of trees and different plants altogether. But that's what's cool is, when you're designing your garden, you can kind of use those different types of plants to create such a dynamic change in contrast of colors and texture and all of those things. I'm always constantly thinking about that when I'm thinking about my garden. I'm like, what can I plant right here in this spot that's going to complement everything else around it? And I think if you kind of keep that mentality as you're going along, like no matter where you're looking at in your garden, you look across and you see a group of plants together. They're all complementing each other. And I think that's kind of what we all strive for in the garden is like, man, there's this cohesive feel that you get and to experience. And one plant takes you to the next and draws your eye in. So a lot of fun.
Yeah, sorry to Ron Hall, man. He's asking us. He said, "I'll give you $20 if you stop talking about the large stuff." And I don't know if he's trying to have some self control with that, or if he's trying to kind of keep it for himself. He said, "Let me in on a Friday, man." So.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, dude, guys, we have a ton of stuff going on. Really appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We got this giveaway here, the Benny Otaki. You can win this Benny Otaki, the one we're looking at right here on camera, by posting our links to our sales, sharing those out on your social media groups, doing your hashtags, weekly whammy, summer savings. There's so many different ways that you guys can share this out and get more people to be aware of what we got going on here at Mr. Maple. We got some great sales. Yeah,
I think it's 9:37 right now. We'll go for probably 3 more minutes and kind of close that off at 9:40 and do the drawing.
Sounds good.
So, guys, make sure you're sharing it. Make sure you're hashtagging it, because a lot of people that are watching this chat right now probably aren't even in the actual giveaway because they didn't hashtag it. They didn't share it out.
Right.
So there's a pretty, usually there's a pretty small list of people that are even on the raffle, which...
So you got a good chance to win this thing. I mean, really, if you just take the time to go in there and push your hashtags, share out the links, you got a pretty good shot at winning this thing. But I'm getting excited about this July open house. I like the fact that we're doing some half days on that. It's hot that time of the year. I'm telling you, man, I was joking around with Matt the other day. I was like, man, it feels like I'm sweating to the oldies out in the greenhouse right now. Like, just dripping sweat every day. But it's sweat equity, man. We're working hard here to provide some amazing opportunity for some cool plants. Like, we have such a huge variety selection right now, ton of stuff on sale, and the open house, man, like, that's the perfect opportunity. It's kind of the perfect storm. We got a lot of inventory, great sales, and we have an upcoming open house. So you can start building those orders for your pickups for your open house. You can start shopping those bigger sizes that we can't ship and start thinking about, hey, let me put together a plan where I can make the most out of my trip coming down to Mr. Maple. And that way when you get home, you take the haul out of your ride and you stack it all out in the yard. You're like, man, look at all these amazing plants. Creating a garden is some of the most fulfilling things I've experienced in my life. So it's cool when you can come and kind of put together a nice group and then add that to your garden all at once. Really change the look of what you got going on.
Yeah, I know. I the first plant I ever bought was at an open house, man, and they had me from there, man. I was like, all right, I can see why everybody likes these trees. They're just so amazing, and there's such an awesome sense of community around it. And something I'm just so excited about is whenever people come to the open house and they see the work that we've done around here with the gardens, with the Mr. Maple breeding program, as Matt and Tim call it. And
yeah, absolutely.
I think people are going to be pretty blown away. And I can't wait till we get to that point where we're giving tours through the Mr. Maple gardens.
Yeah,
and
sure.
That's something I feel like, we're not too far away from, honestly, but
yeah, and we're working hard on that, trying to add a lot of like mature specimens of some of these great cultivars to kind of showcase and have almost more like a display garden for people who, they might see something that we have planted out there and say, "Boy, I want one of those," and then we can go find you a 1 gallon of that if we have them available. So it is kind of nice to start having some trees to display out here at the nursery, and we're working hard on that. And the open house is a lot of fun because we get to meet a lot of people, and you guys get to share that with us. We like to do interviews at our open houses, so like you can tell us your story, what got you into Japanese maples. If you can put together a list of your top 5 favorites, we love to do the top 5 favorite videos with people. So if you're in the chat here, let us know. Let us know that you'd love to do a top 5 video with us when you come to an open house. Come find us. Come find Corbin, me, Matt, Tim. We'd love to shoot a video with you. That way you can kind of tell everybody what your favorite trees are. We talk about a lot of our favorite trees, but we want to hear what you guys are into. And that lets us know what to produce more of. When you start seeing people that are like, man, a lot of people are into this plant. We need to get more into that in production. So you guys really help us kind of figure out, what plants to really heavily invest in and what's popular and what the trend is. We always know the Makawa variances are in high demand, so we try to have those available around at open houses as well. So a lot of cool opportunities when you come to an open house.
Definitely. And guys, we hit that 9:40 mark, so I'm going to ask Nigel to spin that wheel, man.
Nigel, spin the wheel. Here we go, guys. We're about to give away this Benny Otaki. We got Benny Otaki is going to Jim Bryson.
Congratulations, Jim Bryson.
Jim Bryson, you have won this Acer palmatum Benny Otaki. Beautiful linear lobum style Japanese maple. Excellent size 1 gallons on this. I think you'll be really thrilled to get that in your collection. Get this out, planted in your garden, or potted up into a container for a while. So many cool ways you can do something with that plant to add some cool texture to the garden.
Curated by Mr. Rule himself.
That's right, man. Hand selected. It's fun giving away these trees, man. We do this almost every Friday. So you guys make sure you come back and hang out with us on these live videos on Friday, because we're usually giving away a tree. We're talking about our sales stuff that's going on. So you kind of get the inside scoop. And I feel like those who come and take the time out of their day to come to the live and hang out with us, they get the inside scoop on what's going on. We went over some amazing plants on our summer savings sale, the weekly whammy. Make sure you're paying attention to that limited sale. We've been finding some jewels out there. Me and Summer's been scouring around, finding as much stuff as we can. Start building your orders for the open house, guys. It's a perfect opportunity. You're going to be coming here anyway. You can start putting together an order to pick that up when you come to open house. So, don't wait to get here, because there'll be a lot of things that will come available between now and the open house. And you'll want to make sure you get the opportunity to get those things. And then save a little bit of money, where when you come to the open house, you can do a little more shopping in person. So it's a cool opportunity, and I love doing these lives.
Yeah, the lives are it's so fun, man. I love seeing everybody chat and having a good time in the morning, and it's definitely brightens up my day a lot, and it makes me happy, especially when you got people joking around and everything. Yeah,
man.
I think we're gonna wrap it up from there, guys. And
I just wanted one last reminder on the win. It must be someone who is in the U.S. to win this thing. We only ship within the continental United States, so definitely make sure you are in those qualifications. And we've got Jim Bryson, who was the winner of this. We'll be in touch with him, and you can reach out to our office as well. So. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. This has been a lot of fun. Me and Corbin holding it down, man. Matt and Tim's away, but we were like, we got this, bro. We're doing a live. Let's go live. Let's hang out and talk about plants. Ton of stuff going on at Mr. Maple. I tell you, lately it's been buzzing here at the farm. There's like, I feel a change in the wind, right? And we're moving in the right direction. We're all working really hard and trying to get things going. So it's exciting. We got open house coming up. We got a lot of amazing plants. I feel good about where we're at, man. Doing this live today is awesome.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching.
Take care.
God bless.
Have a great day.